Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here at DreamHack 2025 at Atlanta. Okay, because there's multiple DreamHacks. We're at the Atlanta one. So I'm with Imari here. Okay,
What's up? What's up?
sir, good sir. Appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm glad you were able to fit us in. So while we got you here, now this is your first time at DreamHack.
My first time at DreamHack is my first experience,
Okay,
and it's been a wild experience. I guess this is the first time they've really had voiceover actors here.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so this is kind of a new thing. So it's been interesting to see the blend of video games that I do,
Mm-hmm.
but we also do animation. I do narration. So it's kind of like blending it all together, which has
Mm-hmm.
been fantastic. Meeting fans, meeting people who enjoy what we do, which is always a blessing.
I'm glad you. Hey, um, for it's like when DreamHack reached out to you, how was that presented to you for you to
Well,
say?
I'm through a man named Tommy Griffin is who is who's doing a live Dungeons and Dragons D20 uh, here in the
Right.
so I did a live Dungeons and Dragons show yesterday,
Okay,
which
I
was
did see
cool.
you.
So he went to my agency and was like, "Yo, let me bring Amari down here." He's kind of the middleman to DreamHack,
Mm.
so I owe him a lot because he got me here, and it's basically just like just I was been basically just kind of filling it out,
Mm.
like meeting people been coming up talking to me about roles. Some people know about roles that I even forgot about, which has been just like
What in particular? Deep cut.
okay, LASIK David off of Grand Crest Wars. I did that a long time ago. It's a record from Grand Crest Wars. It's
Okay.
LASIK David. I played him, so someone brought that out. I was like, oh, that's cool. Um, yeah, it's just cool. It's cool because like when you first start off in voiceover, um, you tell yourself, I'm gonna remember every little thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start trying to this is your hustle to eat, you kind of move on to the next. You don't really stay in one job.
This is true.
So it's cool to like stop, take a look, and be, oh, okay, and kind of draw it in. And then when you have people saying, oh, I followed you doing this, or I know you doing this, and you don't really realize that because voiceovers is such a personal thing. You're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're recording in a studio. You don't know who's watching. They don't. There's nothing. There's no like there's no barometer to tell. Okay, oh, this person watched that. Unless you're like a studio exec and they have
Right,
all the
right.
numbers and stuff. But for us, we kind of create it and we send it, and
Mm-hmm.
then we get the response back. Forms of conventions such as this where people come up and they're showing love or saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I saw you on this," or I remember you voiced that," or "Oh, your voice sounds familiar. I knew you did that."
Okay. Because you said studio, so are you mostly recording in the studio, or you do anything at the house?
So I do for voiceovers. I do commercials. I do promo.
Mm.
I do this show called for A&E. I do a lot of promo for A&E. I do promo for Fox Sports.
Mm.
For A&E, I do this show called Restaurant War. No, sorry, Restaurant Wars. Customer Wars, Road Wars, and Neighborhood Wars. And I
Okay.
narrate that on A&E. So that's one thing I do. Right? I do that all that in my house.
Mm.
If I do a session that is like, let's say for Bang Zoom or for any other like dubbing spot, I usually go in to do that.
Okay.
Although you can dub from your house. It's just that they
Right.
want sometimes the properties it's kind of protected. They don't want that footage getting out.
Makes sense.
So they have it do it mostly in-house, right? For video games, I usually go into a studio for that. So it's just kind of like spread out. I mean, there used to be like you do everything in the studio. And
Right.
then the pandemic hit, and then everyone had to pivot
Shelter
and
in
do
place.
like remote setups and stuff.
No, I mean for fans, future fans that don't know, how did you get your start?
I so I trained to be an on-camera actor, and that's what I want to do. And
Mm.
that's what I'm actually currently trying to get back in front of the camera again too,
Mm.
because I studied heavily with this woman named Leslie Kahn when I was 19. I used to do like high school plays and stuff, but I love acting. I love acting. I love it. I love being in front of the camera. I love it. It's a thrill. So I studied like for 2 years, and then when I finished, it was time for me to go on auditions,
Mm.
get an agent, and all that, and I chickened out. I kind of was like, I didn't really see myself. I was like, oh, I kind of, I kind of chickened out. I got a little intimidated. So my whole 20s, I kind of messed around. And then I'm encroaching 30. And I was like, man, I got to like start doing something. Like I was raised with middle class. I'm like, how am I going to support my family the same way?
Hmm.
I got to get going. So I got into a company that edits commercials and film. I still work for them actually. They're called Cosmo Street Editorial.
Okay. Where are they based out of?
They're out of Culver City,
Okay.
and I became a runner, and I started like moving cars, working in the vault,
Mm.
and then this one editor asked me to put my voice on a track, which is called a scratch track, which is like an understudy track before they hire the talent for it.
Okay.
So I did that, and then they started asking me more and more because I could emulate the talent that they wanted to book on it. So I could kind of like if it was a franchise spot, I was, oh, I know that guy's voice. Like the first commercial I did was for Burger King, and the guy who does the campaign, he sounds like this. His name was Lance, and it's like it was for the Tender Crisp. It was like bite into the BK Tender Crisp. Shut it up with the BK Tender Crisp. And so then from there, I would do more. And then I booked a gig, and then from there, I took classes and I took more classes, and I did more scratch tracks, and I would
Mm.
get a little bit more, until I booked a major campaign with Acura. It was Acura Captain. No, it was Acura. Um, that year is Acura. Oh my God, I'm brain farting right now. Acura, Pizza Hut, and Applebee's, and that kind of took me out into a different genre.
Okay.
And then I started doing more video game stuff. So my first video game was Resident Evil Raccoon City. I played Shona. Second one um, was Asura's Wrath, where I played August. And then I did my first TV show, which is called Transformers Rescue Bots, where I played Boulder, and that was the first TV show I booked. So then from there, I just kept on stacking until so I've been doing this since 2007. It was the first time I ever had my first paid gig.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, I mean, is before as you get in these gigs, what has really stood out to you the most? Because I know you're just trying to get to the next one, but that have you experienced that one role that's really like, okay, that
Well, I experience like my roles that really mean to me are like the ones I find that I really I think every role is so special, but the role that really brought me out, which will always be special, is Boulder from Rescue Bots, because that
mm,
was my first. I got to work with Maurice LaMarche, Shannon McCain, Parv Chena, Parvesh, Leslie Chabert, LeVar Burton,
mm,
Steve Bloom, and Mark Hamill would come in every now and then.
wow.
So it was my first show, and that was like so I was like opened up to a wall. And then Jenny McSwain was the director, and I really learned from her because we had 6 seasons. So that would probably be my most pivotal role. Uh, in Transformers Rescue Bots is like a kid version of the Transformers. So we don't. It aired a lot, and I've actually had some kids come up to me. Oh, I know you Boulder. I know Boulder from Transformers Rescue Bots, and yeah,
No, with being in the business, because you mentioned before, the voice of Black Panther,
yeah.
Mr. Mathis.
Yes, Master
It
Mathis.
do you have any like your senpai, your sensei in the business that you looked up to that?
Okay, so I will say, if you're in this business, you will always have mentors and people that kind of help you along the way. Like I think everyone gets into this industry with angels on their shoulder.
Mm,
Steve Bloom, Jason Marsden from Transformers Rescue Bots, everyone there, every veteran that I worked with, embraced me and guided me and kind of gave me like that the knowledge to kind of do. Like Steve would help me, because he has a deep voice, and he would help me to kind of control my, how to do animal sounds. And
mm.
if you need anything, just let me know. Maurice LaMarche, who's the voice of Brain from Peaky and the Brain,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, is the king from Frozen, the first Frozen. Is a legacy actor, like just tons of credits.
Mm,
LeVar Burton, who I consider a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone embraced me. Um, so I would say like they're very big influences. Robbie Damon is like a really good friend of mine. He's a phenomenal voiceover actor.
mm,
He's a big influence. My mom, it's like who got me into like who put up with my my little creative fits. She was a big influence. So and a lot more people like I have people who you don't become a success without the help of others.
True, true.
You know.
No, as far as talent wise and being in the business, being a POC talent,
Hmm.
for its representation, what have you experienced? So, like, do you feel that it's where it should be in the going in the right direction, if any direction?
I do feel like that. I do. I will say, I would like to see more characters based around, BIPOC characters. I
Mm,
would like to see more, but I do see more representation on video games. I do see more. I even in Japan, Japanese animation, you see a little bit more.
that's true.
I have made a career of kind of blending my voice to whatever the character needs. So
Mm,
I've done multiple characters besides just African American, because I want to be versatile.
right.
I want to like form into whatever that character is. Like I want to make sure I can kind of give my own breath, but also what's the word? Kind of like give you like just a genuine feel of that character, convey to the audience, what that character is. So that's my main primary focus. So yeah,
Mm,
but I do see like in the industry, I do see a little bit more. Although I will say, characters in the industry are like overwhelmingly most are Caucasian characters. But I do see more representation for Asian, representation for brown and black as well. Yeah.
yeah, good to hear. So, as far as DreamHack, you were gaming. I gotta ask, are you a gamer?
I am a gamer. So okay. So
What's the
I don't have the time because like I got two kids, like what I'm saying. So but I don't have the
family
time
time?
to like when I wake up, I do my thing, I do sessions and stuff. So I need quick spurts. So I am a Titans Fall. Titans Fall 2 is
Okay.
like primarily the only game I really play because I love Titans Fall 2. I love Titans Fall franchise. I wish they would make a part 3. I don't know why they don't, but I wish they would. Like quick short spurts games like that is what I usually play. Fighting games.
Mm,
Like I would love to play like, more choose your own adventure kind of games,
RPGs?
RPGs. I would do
Okay.
more RPGs,
Yeah, it takes.
but it takes you have to settle
That's
in. You
true.
got to settle in, like
That's
or
true.
like even like even like the Star Wars games. I love those games, but you have to like to try to complete something. You're spending an hour, 2 hours to do it. So I just if I get up for Titanfall, I hop on, I build a mech, I get out aggression, you know what I'm saying? But I do love.
Are you a completionist?
I am a complete. Well, I'm a completionist if I have time to be a
Okay,
completionist.
okay.
Like I want to see it through. Titans Fall has its own different storyline that you can follow, but I normally just do multiplayer. But I definitely want to spend more time. Like the most recent Spider-Man game, I want to get that. Um, I want to yeah, we could definitely play Grand Theft Auto. I'm thinking when it comes out.
Mm,
I'm
what number are they at now? Eight? Is
si-
it?
uh, 6, I think.
Okay.
Is it 6?
I kind of fell off. I think I fell off advice.
I think 6, but my thing is like I play like fighting games or I play like short quick
Mm,
games where I can get in and get out.
right,
I
right.
will spend hours.
Well, I tell you this. I've as much as I'm an RPG player.
Mhm.
I usually tell myself I'm like, okay, until I finish this script, I can't start this
Right,
RPG
right,
game.
right.
But I've become addicted to Clash Royale,
Okay.
which is actually
There's actually
here,
playing down there. They're
right?
having a tournament over there.
Um, I've anger management. Uh, I'm like I'm the guy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just like I want to win,
Right.
but I'm just like being addicted to it, and just you lose, and it's like
It's frustrating, man.
it's,
And that's another thing too. Like it puts you in a bad mood. Like
it does,
when
it
when
does.
I'm playing and I'm getting my ass beat, pardon my French. When I'm playing when I'm getting my booty kicked,
Mm,
like it's frustrating, when you're off your game.
right,
That puts
right.
you in a bad
It
mood.
only
Like
takes a second, and then it's just like they're like 2 minute round. And when you mention kids, because like I'm kind of bringing my daughter into the whole gaming space. She's
Nice.
6.
Awesome.
I found out about Bluey,
Yeah.
and Bluey has a game,
Oh, awesome.
and I'm teaching her to. It's just like you got to figure it out yourself,
Yeah,
honey.
it's
And
great.
I'm like, I could do this, but you got to do it.
My daughter plays Roblox. Like she has her own thing. Like she loves it. They play my son and my daughter. My son who's 17 years old, like
Mm,
big 6'5", plays Roblox with my daughter, and he
nice.
plays Roblox with his homies. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like they were raised on that. Raised on Minecraft,
Right. So this generation
Fortnite.
is
I
wild.
was well, the generation is
Mm,
expansive
right,
because
right.
it's like you give kids anything and they'll try it.
Hmm.
And if you're saying, "Oh, it's fine for you to do it," they'll do it. You know, they'll find their own enjoyment with it. So there's like
Yeah.
so many different genres that kids are getting into right now. Musically, video game wise, like even anime. Like I've seen all these kids watching anime. They know stuff that I'm like doing. I'm like, whoa, you know that? Yeah, yeah. They like naming off the characters and stuff. And I was like, wow. So
Interesting.
it's a trip.
No, do you play Fortnite?
I did play Fortnite,
Okay.
but that's another thing. Like you have to kind of get in. And also Fortnite right now, dude. These kids,
Mm.
they just rip it apart, dude. It's like not even looking. They're building stuff,
Right.
and I'm not that quick.
It's they're a whole different breed.
Yeah,
I mean, even with the COVID babies, they're built different. And
COVID babies, all they had time to do was like play some video games, man. So they came out lethal.
it's like it took me a minute to be able to do this combo.
Yeah,
But I, because I'm curious about your fandom because
yeah,
I've been speaking to a couple of voice actors and they bring up Fortnite. I'm pretty excited that they included the Power Rangers. Huge Power Ranger fan.
man.
What is your fandom? What's your jam?
Fandom, like as in terms of like who.
Any franchise to be it anime, gaming?
Well, for me,
Yes.
oh, dude. Well, Demon Slayer, even though I'm in Demon Slayer, I'm not being biased. I loved Demon Slayer before I even got on Demon
Mm,
Slayer as Shinjiro. I lobbied mommy, who is she's like just an integral part of Bang Zoom,
right.
and is like just a boss lady. I love her, and I begged her, please, can I get on that thing? And I was given the chance to record for Shinjiro, and they kept me. So like that was how I got on Demon Slayer. But like dude, Dan to Dan right
Mm,
now kicking
and
Sakamoto Days. What else? Furin, which is like which is like this elf. I could be like
oh, Free Ren,
yeah,
Free Ren.
Furin. Yeah, that's a
Okay,
great
that is
series.
it is. It was
Great
a
series.
it was a hot take where I believe it was Kiko Black that said this that they felt that that anime should have won over Solo Leveling, and I was being a bit biased when I heard it. I was just like, I love Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling. Alex Lee,
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
who I know, is fantastic in it.
right.
But I love that show. So I understand. I think this whole comparison with like animation styles,
Hmm.
I think that like because that's made that's made out of Korea,
Right.
Soul Leveling, and it's just different, man. Free Rent is like more like whimsical. I think it fits like the
Hmm.
magic of it. I think it's like
A bit of a slow burn,
so it's a slow burn.
but
It's a slow burn,
a
but it's
beautiful
beautiful,
story.
beautiful stories.
Mm,
Like the characters I find are like are a little complex, a little bit emotional. Like
so,
different reasons for doing what they do.
mm,
Um, and the whole concept of time is really addressed there,
right,
man. Right? So
right.
like I mean, the whole concept of like like her
You're such a
companion,
long lived,
yeah,
and you
she
see.
just lives for hundreds of years, and
Mm,
she and so everyone she meets will eventually die old, and she'll stay young, which is kind of a crazy trip.
mm,
And then find out how the elves are very few and far between, and then then she has a whole new crew she's with,
mm.
and you're like, okay, well they're gonna grow old, and she has an apprentice who's gonna probably gonna grow old. Her master grew old.
Yeah, not no spoilers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, well, I
Well,
mean, but I mean, I don't know what
right.
happened,
I see.
but
Oh,
see, I don't know what happened to master, but I do
okay.
know that I'm like,
Oh, you didn't finish it yet?
no, I haven't finished it yet.
Oh,
No, I've not finished it yet. I'm
okay.
not. I sip my anime.
Okay.
I sip it.
Okay.
I go ooh because I watch like I got to switch it back and forth. Like
Right.
Fire Force. See what Fire Force. I'm Fire Force. I'm on of course Sakamoto Days. I
Mm,
am on what else?
anime weekend. My Hero
My oh
Academia?
God, yes, My
Okay.
Hero. I'm also My
Okay.
Hero Vigilantes, which is a
Mm.
great
It
series.
was.
I was
I need them to somehow link up
link them
like they did
together.
with The Walking Dead and Fear the
Yeah,
Walk. Like how are they gonna?
it's funny because I know that's a prequel for My Hero Academia, but like the main character is also an All Might freak, just like
Right.
just like the main
When are
character.
you showing up? What happened to you?
So
Where are
I'm like,
you?
where is he? Right?
Right.
So I would like to know, why doesn't he show up? Like, and I want to see him. I want to see his power evolve.
Hmm.
So
He's straight up Spider-Man.
and it's cool. Yeah, he boosts himself, figuring out how to fly.
Right.
It's sick. So I hope they do a second season, man. You better do a second season. I'm gonna be very pissed if you don't.
I feel like you know what? If they're ending this one, it makes sense that they can bring that
Back
in
into it.
it be the
Oh
flagship.
God, they are ending it.
You know what I'm saying?
So
All things in, but
I'm so sad.
it's a good run. Um, but just bring it back to the DreamHack. DreamHack, we're here gaming now. What are you looking forward to most this weekend?
I'm looking to meeting fans.
Okay.
I'm meeting to it's the biggest honor is just to meet people who know what you do
Hmm.
and then like are interested because like I said before, we're kind of isolated, and from stuff. I love the creativity. As a person of color, I like to see all my brothers and sisters who are geeking out. Like I mean, when I was growing up, like in the '90s and early 2000s,
Mm.
um, I had to kind of keep my geek to myself.
This is true, and it's
You know what I'm
become
saying?
yeah, right.
And now I see
It's
so many brothers and sisters with cosplay. Of course, we're in Chocolate City, we're in Atlanta,
mm,
where you're gonna have like predominant, which is also another thing to itself. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a beautiful thing. Um, but it's cool to see. I think as a race, as a black, as a culture, get pigeonholed in so many things. And if you're like successful, well, wow, that must be like when I was growing up. Wow, you're a diamond in the rough. Like when all along we've always been successful,
mm,
but it's never been part of the stereotype.
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like, you know, my parents are both middle class, raised me middle class. My mama was a news manager at various news stations. My second father is a psychologist. My
mm.
biological father is a pediatrician.
Okay.
My second mom is a now a doctor, but she was a nurse. So I was raised, this is how I was raised. And
Mm.
then the only show I had back growing up was the Cosby Show.
Right,
To
right.
show, oh, there's a
Just makes sense.
and then it was so like, and then when people saw that, like, oh, there's a doctor, you got black doctors. I mean, yeah, I mean, dude, people need to do history
Hmm.
and learn that, like, one a black man was the one who kind of revolutionized the heart
Right.
transplant
Played
surgery.
by Most Def.
Yeah,
Was it Most? Was
yeah,
it?
most deaf did,
Okay.
like, or
Okay.
I think heart surgery, yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, what I think is cool now
Mm,
is that we don't have to play into our own stereotypes.
mm.
We can say, I am a geek and I love it, and I have unashamed, and I have my
Unapologetic.
pocket of people that will support me, and that's all I need. I don't need to be part of the main diaspora that this country has created for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we do like we've always done and
Mm.
do like be whoever we are. We're not like some unicorn that like only behaves one way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And nor are we a monolith. You know what I'm saying? Like we're layered like anyone else. Like
Very multifaceted. Right.
multifaceted and like anyone else. Like there's not like that we're human like anyone else.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah,
I mean, but and you the whole unicorn. I mean, there are those unicorns out there,
of course.
but yes.
I mean, yeah, no. You and those unicorns of like special talent,
Mm,
special
mhm.
like anyone, like and this is from any nationality.
Right. Right.
You have those novel, you have those savants and those who push their culture forward. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like those who push, or who do or push humanity forward. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like
mm,
or lend to the whole lens of creativity or health or whatever field they're pioneering.
right. Uh, as for not to keep you, because I know you're a busy man.
No,
As
please.
far as fans, future fans, how can they reach out to you, support you? Anything that you feel that they should know, come down the pipe.
I mean, you can reach me at Imari Speaks on Instagram. I'm on Instagram right now. I'm on Blue Sky. Imari Speaks. Currently on TikTok. Unless TikTok gets weird, I'll be there. If it gets weird, I'm gonna be off. But I will be on Instagram. Um, reach out. I'm all about trying to cultivate support and encouragement for those who want to get into voiceovers and those who want to do what the hell they want to do. So, anything creative or, whatever. You want to geek out with me? I love it. You want to talk shop? I love it. You want to educate me with things that I need to learn? I'd love it.
Mm,
So,
you're open-minded. I feel you. I feel you.
I mean, it's all about evolution, man. You don't evolve if you don't learn. So,
This is true. This is true. Hey, you heard it here. I'm Carnell Holley, and this is Amari.
thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate you.